All right, Dog Squad. So here we are with our final mock draft to prepare for the draft. Usually we only do the first round, so this is the final one of the first round, 21 through 32. Let's get right into it. All right, starting off 21 Steelers, Max Ian Acor. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing these names. I'm trying. Off the tackle from Arizona State. I don't know who the quarterback will be for the Steelers, but whoever it is, they need protection. So I think Max going to be a good factor for that. Chargers, Spencer Fano, O-line from Utah. We saw how bad the O-line was last year for the Chargers, and I think definitely Fano can maybe make an impact on protecting Justin Herbert this season. I don't think any Chargers fan or any NFL fan wants to see Justin Herbert run for his life or get injured because of their O-line. 23 Eagles, Keldrick Falk, defensive end from Auburn. How about you just pick no one, Philly? I'm just joking. I'm saying as a Cowboys fan. No, I'm actually not joking. Don't pick anyone. 23, Eagles. There aren't as many weaknesses, but if they had some, when they have some, and one of them's on the D-line, yes, I know they're big, but they definitely have some weaknesses there. There were some run issues, stopping the run last year, not getting the quarterback as much. There was some issues there, and Keldrick Falk, I think, can be a good factor for that. Browns, Denzel Boston, wide receiver from Washington. They don't have a good wide receiver core in Cleveland, and they need to get Shedeur help. So I think Denzel Boston will definitely be a good factor to get that wide receiver core and the offense going. 25, Bears, Emmanuel McNeil-Warren, safety from Toledo. Look, last year we saw the DBs for Chicago either not good enough, inconsistent, hurt, whatever. So I think McNeil-Warren will be a good factor to help Chicago get back to a good defense. They were back a couple years ago, and they were falling apart, I think, last year. They were good at the start, but not as good towards the end. 26 Bills, Kenyon Sadiq, tight end, Oregon. Knox, Kincaid, they're not as good tight ends. They're solid, but I don't think they're good enough. I think Kenyon Sadiq will be a good tight end for them to draft in the first round to help them. 49ers, Akeem Mesidor, defensive end for Miami, going from a great Miami defense to a 49ers defense that needs to get back to what they were a couple years ago. Texans already have a good defensive front, but I think Christian Miller can even make it even better. He was from Georgia, so we know that's going to be pretty good. I don't think they had an O-line to get. Maybe Rutledge, but probably not that time in that pick. 29, Chiefs, Colton Hood, corner from Tennessee. With McDuffie leaving and some also factors for the defense, I think Colton Hood will kind of fill in to get that defense back and stable. 30, Dolphins, Jeremy Bernard, wide receiver from Alabama. The Dolphins, with Hill retiring and Waddle leaving, they definitely need a true wide receiver one. Jeremy Bernard was great at Bama. Patriots, Kalen Rutledge, guard from Georgia Tech. That's probably their third maybe weakness for the Patriots, but they definitely need some O-line help after we kind of saw later in the year. And then the Seahawks, Jadarian Price, running back from Notre Dame, with Kenneth Walker going to the Chiefs. I think the Seahawks need Price to back up Charbonnet.